Hello, Namaskar, Vanakkam. My name is Sudhir Sahasranaman and you're watching Study with Sudhir. Now, this particular video is an information video about the specimen papers which have been released by the Council for ICSE. This particular video, I'm going to focus on ISC Class 11 and 12 because there are certain changes, certain important developments that you need to be mindful of. We will do for ICSE a while later, but in any case, you can see some of the sample papers, item bank, question bank, which have also been released by the council. Now, this is the site, and this is basically for those students who do not generally look at the council website, but all information served to them on a platter. So this is a site that you need to go to, cisce.org. Not very difficult, but let me tell this to you in a very short video. What you need to do is to then go to examinations depending on what you are looking for. So you click on ISC examinations and this is what you get into. Now, what are we looking for? If you are looking for syllabus, you go into syllabus, the previous year question papers, specimen. Why do I say that it does not make sense to invest in PYQs? Because all of that is actually available for free on this website. I will only tell you what you should buy, what you need to buy. Do not waste your resources in buying expensive PYQs because they really do not serve much of a purpose. In any case, if you solve 2018, 19, 20, the format has changed so much that it doesn't really serve much of a purpose, only a limited purpose which you can achieve through this. Now you go into the specimen question papers because that's what has been released by the council now. When you go into the specimen question papers, you will find these 6 subjects for which the specimen papers have been released for class 11. I'm going to talk about 11 and 12. So let's talk about 11th class first. So for these 6 subjects, modern English, applied maths, mathematics, elective English, artificial intelligence and robotics, for these 6 papers, they have released the sample question paper for class 11 ISC. So I will go into modern English because that's what I am teaching out here. So when you come to modern English, this is the question paper, right? Now you need to understand. Now you may think that same questions aayenge kya? No, same questions obviously nahi aayenge. The papers are set by your individual teachers at school. So obviously the question paper will differ from school to school. But this particular question paper tells you what is likely to be the format, because the format in class 11 is quite different from the format in class 12. So let me take the next 2-3 minutes to explain what you need to focus on. Please remember that all the videos of Pygmalion, perspectives and reflections are all being done on this channel. I've already covered the first act of Pygmalion. I've covered 2 poems and 2 stories. The rest of that will be done a while later. Please don't ask if your school is starting from the 4th or the 5th chapter. Sorry, I'm not going to not go against the order. I will go in order only. Please bear with that. Okay. Now, as far as this is concerned, you need to look at what is the format. So what you have are 10 marks of, see, the specimen paper in there provides a realistic format of the board examination question paper. When I say board examination, it does not really mean board examination. It means the class 11. But 12th class question paper format wise will also be exactly the same as this one. So you can keep that in mind for class 12 also. So should be used as a practice tool, right? So this is what the sample paper is saying. So what you have? You have 10 marks of MCQs, right? The 10 marks of MCQs, which will include perspectives, reflections, as well as questions from the Pygmalion. So you have 6 questions, 7 questions from, no, actually 8 questions. Oh, the Pygmalion is right at the beginning, sorry. The Pygmalion is right at the beginning. So you have how many questions from Pygmalion? 1, 2, 3, and 4. So 4 questions are from Pygmalion. And then you have 3 questions from perspectives and 3 questions from reflection. So that is as far as the 10 MCQs are concerned. Okay. Now, and as you can see, most of them are either about recall or understanding. You will also get of analysis and application. So you will have all 4 kinds which will come. Please have a look at this one. This one is on analysis. Then let's come to the these are the 10 questions. Now, this is the interesting part because this is something which you did not have in class 10. What you have is there are 40 to 50 word questions which you have to answer, which are interpretation based questions, which are understanding based questions, which are analysis based questions. So you need to answer this in 40 to 50 words. Each answer carries 2 marks. You have 6 questions, of which you have to answer 5 of them. Again, 2 from Pygmalion, 2 from perspectives, and 2 from reflection. So that is how these 6 questions, of which you have to answer 5, are there. So what this means essentially is that there is absolutely no scope to leave out any poem, any story, or any chapter from perspectives, or any scene of Pygmalion. So please remember that, any subpart of any scene, right? So that is something which you need to bear in mind. So this is a new thing which you should be aware of. Then we come to section B, where you have the question number 3 on Pygmalion. Now Pygmalion, this will be for 20 marks. 10 plus 10 already done. This will be for 20 plus 20 plus 20. 20 Pygmalion, 20 reflections, 20 perspectives. But the interesting part is that there will be 2 compulsory 5-mark questions which you have to necessarily answer in order to score those 5 marks. So 5 marks of Pygmalion, 5 marks of Pygmalion, second question, and then you will get a 10-mark question. You will get a 10-mark question where you will get a choice. Like these are the 150 to 200. You will be given a word limit also. So 150 to 200 words. These are the 10-mark questions which are analysis questions. So what is the difference between the 5-mark and the 10-mark? The 10-mark questions are all about themes, characters, and analysis of why a character behaves in a certain manner in the first 2 acts of the play, right? The 5-mark questions are a bit like your reference to context. So that means in a particular situation, why does a particular character behave in a particular way? For example, the words and language used by Professor Higgins. So you are being asked something very specific. His words as a reflection of social attitudes. So, and all this I've spoken about in my explanation videos. So you need to understand, use the keywords that I keep harping on, keep on focusing, keep on emphasizing on in my videos. Please use those keywords when you're answering these 5 marks questions also. So this is as far as the 20 marks of Pygmalion is concerned. Next we come to reflection, perspectives. This is again, there will be 4 chapters. There will be 1 question from each. So if you see, the first 5-mark question is from R.K. Narayan. The second one is from the landlady. The third one is from Most Beautiful, the 10-mark question, and the second 10-mark question is from the Ratan Tata chapter. So you are being left out only 1 chapter, but that 1 chapter may come in the 40 to 50 word question and or in the MCQ. So everything gets covered, so you cannot afford to leave out anything. Next, the last section, as I said, is on reflections, the same kind of format, 5 mark plus 10 mark. So the 10 marks is where you have choice. Many of you have been asking me about the question bank that you should buy for ISC. ICSE is already released. I showed that in a particular video. This is for ISC for class 12. Now let's get to class 12. Class 12, these are the different specimen papers which have been released. But before I say that, if you do not want, who should buy a question bank and who should buy, where are the question banks? I've got it all mixed up somewhere. Yeah. For example, this particular question bank was lent to me by somebody. This is for biology. Now, this particular ISC class 12, this is not mine. Okay, this was lent to me by somebody. This is the previous year question papers plus the question bank plus the notes plus the mind maps, everything for class 12 students. Okay, this is for a question bank in case if you are looking for help in terms of notes and mind maps, explanation, everything. Okay, but in case you're not looking for anything like that, I would suggest that you much rather go for this competency focused question bank. This includes only questions of the same format which are likely to come in your class 12 board examination. So this will help you practice better question bank before the final sample papers are released by the different publications. So this one has for English 1 and 2, physics, chemistry, maths and biology. So PCMB plus English 1 and 2, this contains everything. So you can look at it if you are looking to buy only questions and not explanation. If you are looking for explanation, then that is the subject wise ISC 1. So the choice is something you have to make. The link is in the description box. If you go to oswaldbooks.com, remember, Sudhir 10 will get you an additional discount. The choice is entirely yours. For commerce students, this is the this one. Again, this is not I have bought, I have been lent, because obviously I'm not a commerce teacher. So this includes English 1 and 2, accounts, economics, commerce, business studies, and mathematics. So this has all that subject. So this is again, so you can see how thick it is. So in that sense, value for money, lots of questions to practice from. So this is a competency focused question bank, which focuses on the understanding, analysis, recall, application, interpretation kind of questions, which will really help you practice better. Okay, so the choice is yours. What is it that you're looking for? So which are the specimen papers which have been released for class 12? Sociology, business studies, mass media, commerce, psychology, biology, accounts, geography, mathematics, physics, chemistry, and legal studies. So these are the different papers which have been released so far. Please go and have a look at it. Download it from the site, keep it with you so that you can refer to it anytime. You don't have to go to the site every time by chance the site is down, etc., etc. Even if you don't have the net, you can look at the PDF which will be stored on your computer. So that's what I wanted to tell you in this video. Please look up the site, explore the site so that you can gain from it. Okay, thank you very much. Tata, bye bye, namaskar.